Okay, trying this again. Hopefully we get some life out of this system. Hopefully. It's just not happening quite as easily. I mean, it's not that bad. First world problems, right? Trying to get this stuff working. Not the end of the world though. Okay. I think I figured it out though. We don't need like maximum quality out of the video. Like I want it to be smooth and not stuttery. My internet's not great. So I don't need like 1440, but I at least want like 1080p. That's what I'm going for. Maybe I should go 1440 though. Alright, here we go. Once again, dropping it. Alright, trying once more. I just have like I have another screen open that I'm using just to see how things look. So it's just a little bit blurry, and like to see scripting stuff, you need higher quality. You just need more, you need to be able to see like text, which is a little bit tough. But I think I've got it set up. Seems to be doing okay. It's going to, this is good enough. I'll leave it as is and call it done. Alright, back to what we were doing. So we're figuring out what we're gonna do on this stream, or what we're gonna try to do. So we're gonna check the vehicle manifest. We're gonna work on options menu. That's probably the main thing we're gonna do today. Hopefully get most of it done. Test the vehicle smoke countermeasures for like some vehicles have like 360 coverage for smoke. We want to account for the ones that don't have blind spots. What else are we gonna do? We're going to. That's a good question. Want to. Are we gonna do bug fixes? Or we're gonna do maybe a little more on that AI medical stuff. Not much, just like a few lines. AI medics, injured, incapacitated sorting. Prioritization, I guess you call it. And that, like, you know, maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough to just do that today. So first step is to, yeah, that's clear. So we'll just see what we got right now. We'll see if we just launch it, how it looks. I'm just not sure if the feed is blurry or not. I just can't tell. Can't tell if like the text is blurry. So it's like the last thing I want. Then we go. We're just gonna compile what we got to start. Hopefully there's no script errors. Yeah, there's usually like when you're compiling, like putting it into PBO, that's like the ideal time to see script errors because you don't have to do anything to like you don't have to drop a server. You're not going further. It's just the bug is presenting itself right there. But most of the bugs that I have do not present like that. They take a long time to find and fix. So the way it seems to be. Just trying to get the video quality a bit higher. I mean, I guess it's okay. Just, I should have looked on like how to tune this thing. Like I'm guessing like the bitrate needs to be higher. That's my expectation. Preset quality. Yes, we're at quality. Profile. Main baseline. I don't know what that is. GPU. Look ahead. Maybe just bump this number a bit high. Let's go 7K. See what we got. Hopefully that is enough. Alright, enough of that. So first things first, I want to test, like I put these few lines in for the role manifest. You just look at the last stream somewhere, I don't know what timestamp it is. But I was trying to get the vehicle manifest to display properly for AI who use like the old style role system, and then also for players who use like the new style where like unit class name isn't important. So it needs to differentiate between players. Like role icon, if it's a player, use the new way. Else, if it's AI, use the old way. And then if it can't find anything, it defaults to like the basic icon. So that is our mission for now. Let's see what we got. Tell you what, when all the files were like server side, it's much easier to do editing. Like I wouldn't have to make a new PBO each time. The PBO basically just contained like videos, audio files, and like configs. And all the scripts were held on the server. It was much faster tempo to fix things. Anyway, let's get moving. So we'll maybe do it as a pilot because that's like the main vehicle that people see it in. Yeah, I've tweaked the roll slots as well. This isn't ideal yet. Like it's still a work in progress. This is basically how to look. So there'll be like oh yeah, this is what I want to work on. I want to work on like properly filtering these. So need to add this as like a priority too. It has to be fixed for the next update. So RSS role selection system. We want to work on. I wonder why am I like. Ah, it's because I'm going in and out of Arma. Okay. Role selection system. I want to work on role whitelisting to prevent non-whitelisted from joining WL slots. Also RSS remove old whitelisting because it doesn't work. Yeah. So let's go ahead with this manifest stuff for now. So basically, I want to see like the correct icons when a player gets into a vehicle. Oh, I'm not a pilot. That doesn't help. So we want to be a pilot for that. Go RSS transport. Still want to change that audio cue when you change roles. It's just not an appropriate. You need some audio cue, but not that one. Alright, we're in our heli. Let's just put some guys in here. Some like guys who have unique icons. Maybe these three. No, still showing just the crappy old unit icons. That's not what I want. Where are we falling over? Why are we falling over to? Type of unit? Or is unit being defined? Yeah, it's being defined. The type of unit, we're getting through to this block, and we shouldn't be getting through. We should be properly getting from here. I wonder why. On the map, they're showing correctly. I wonder if just the map had to be opened first briefly to initialize the scripting. The setter variables. I wonder if that's just it. We'll show, yeah, maybe that was it. So the map had to be opened briefly first. Just like pretty stupid. Picture icon man MG not found. What to do with that information? What to do? Icon man MG not found. So where? I wonder if it's digging in the icon man MG not found. I wonder why. ST icon type of unit. Namespace Git Variable. I'm actually going to execute this bit of code. This is another thing where I don't want to spend too long on it. So I need to edit this bit of code for a sec. I'll just do it here because I'm lazy. Type of unit. And then, yeah, whatever. So I'm just going to execute this bit of code on one of these fellas. We'll go engineer. And type of cursor object instead of unit. Unit's not there. I'm not doing so there's no actual like file path going in there, hey. So it's just icon man engineer, and we need like a file path. So why would that be? Why are we not getting a file path? And why do we need a file path? Like the other function that this is in does not need a file path. Code functions, icons. I'm trying to go quick through this bit because I don't want to spend too long in this script. It's just supposed to be quick. So I'm just looking at like the scripts that's used to draw the units on the map because that works without failure. Like it just works. So I want to see why it's working and why our other thing is not working. So we're up in here. Use kind of man base. Where's that mission namespace? Git variable stuff. Here we are. Okay, so yeah, interesting. Okay. So there has to be like a get text bit as well, which is okay. Interesting. So it's not as bad as I thought. So all I was doing wrong was like I was not getting the icon properly. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna add like a couple lines here into the code above. Just gonna drag this whole bit just so I know what I'm looking at. I'm gonna drag this whole bit into this bit here. Pop it out. This is from the old script, and I want to put it in here. So it should be this easy. If I role image, else the role image is used elsewhere. We need the role icon. That's our critical variable. So I have to change this. So I need this to be flexibly. I need this variable here. Instead of assigning it here, I need it to be accessible down here. So role icon, and then we're just gonna paste some of this stuff in. Role icon, and then we have our default. Our default will be, we shouldn't need a default anymore. This will just work. Trust me, it'll work. U is kind of CA-man base. Else CA-man base is player. Yeah, okay, that's why. That's an is player thing. So this is the not is player thing. Role icon if role icon is equal to the default. Like this is like the way Git Variable works is like it has a default in there. So like object get variable variable name, and then like variable value, and then default value is how get variable syntax works. So we have here get variable. Oh, that's not how, yeah. So get variable, and then it has like a default value right here. Yeah, so this is how get variable looks. So that if you actually don't get the variable that you're expecting, it doesn't fail, it'll just put in the default. So with this we have our expected variable that we're trying to get, which like incorporates the unit type. So we'll go type of unit. And then if it reports the default value, then we want to get the right icon from config. So we want to, but getting variables from config is very like takes a lot of CPU time to root around in the game's config files. So we don't want to like get it every time we want it. We just want to get it the first time, and then every time thereafter we'll already have it saved as a variable. So I'm going to get, and then I'm also going to save at the same time. So we'll copy this in, we'll get rid of the I. And then we'll just put in the code. So get text, type of unit, get text config file, CFG vehicles, type of unit, and then the icon for that unit. And then we're going to save it in this variable value, which is like a namespace variable, so it's much easier for the game to access this than it is to access like game configs. So we'll get that variable, we'll save it, and then the next time when it goes, like when the next time like it rolls, like the first time the script rolls around, it's gonna try to get this value and it's gonna go like get text config file, very CPU intensive. But the next time it rolls around, because we're doing set variable here, the next time the script rolls around, it'll iterate through, it'll get down to this line right here, and it'll say get variable, and instead of it hitting the default, it will return a result from this, because we set it here. And then it goes around, and then we get a result. And then it just bypasses, stops here, and never hits this CPU expensive line again. That's our plan. We always have to think about performance. It's always a top consideration. So basically, like when you open the map, that's the code that runs to like show the icon right here, the correct icon. But when you first join and you don't open the map, it doesn't actually get that. It's the first time you open the map, then it like builds everything it needs. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I wonder how the stream video quality is. I just don't know. With the last one, I knew that it worked. With this one, I don't know. So our plan now is to clean this file up, get all this junk out of here. Make sure we don't have any bugs, because we pasted code over from another file. So one thing, we do have a bug here actually. I had it like roll icon equals, and that would return this value or this one. But because I changed here and I was only operating on this side of the else, we also need to move this variable into the right scope here and get rid of a bracket and add a semicolon. String unit get variable da 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 da. Looks good. Looks good. No, that's the wrong thing. I did the wrong variable. Roll icon equals default, and then roll icon equals that. Okay, now I'm happy that it is error free, and we can. That's gonna go in like the. So now we'll add that to like the to test thing. So we got to test that. I don't want to like test it right now. Like I want to. Well, yeah, I don't want to test it right now. I want to do some more stuff before recompiling. So what I want to check is like which vehicles have the 360-degree smoke countermeasure. Like some of them are directed forward, but some of them are not just directed forward. So we gotta lay out all our armored vehicles here. Let's see what we got. We got AF. I mean, there's only one type. Like I don't have to do every single type of Nix, for example. The Akuma, Oregon, Mora, and then we'll go CSAT, tanks. Oh, cool. I actually forgot about this skin. That's a really like. It's been so long that I forgot about this skin. Like I paid a guy to do it for the server and community I used to run, and he did such a good job on it. And I haven't seen it in a long time, because none of the servers, I haven't seen it on any of the servers that run this framework actually. But it's a really cool skin to see. I really like it. And yes, it costs real money to get this made. Like I used to get some, because I have no graphical design skill. I got guys who knew what they're doing and just said, here, you know, here's like $50 or whatever, make something. Just as a bit of fun. Anyway, so we got our vehicles, CSATs, tanks, APCs, artillery. I guess we could try the artillery as well. See what that does. What else is here? There's also like the Ifrit, I think, has smoke as well. I'm pretty sure the Ifrit's smoke goes forward though. LDF just uses the Mora. NATO. APC. We're gonna be making a lot of smoke, so it's gonna get messy. I think it's just the Mora actually. I just don't know though. We wanna like, we don't want to get this wrong though. Like we want it to, we want it to just work. We gotta make sure we're doing it right first off. Let's see. Alright, let's try this. So I'm just gonna hop into, do these ones first. I don't often hop in this vehicle. The 4 trophies and the forward firing. Does this thing here even have smoke? I don't see smoke launchers. Oh yeah, it does. Forward firing. Is it just the Mora that does 360 smoke? That's a bit of a pain. Making like a script exception for one vehicle. Yeah, that's not ideal, but we'll do what we have to do. They're all like forward firing smokes. This one looks forward firing. Yeah, forward. What vehicles? I think they're all just forward firing. Where does the smoke even come from on this thing? I think it just appears. It just appears, guys. Smoke has nowhere to appear from, but appears. Okay. Let's check our... I mean, that one looks like it's forward firing smoke. I'm getting lazy here. I don't see... Yeah, forward firing smoke. I know this one's forward firing. I fight against it a lot, so I don't need to know. This one. This one. What about our AAF vehicles? Gonna be forward. Why is this vehicle different, man? Commander seat, smoke. Yeah, so this one does 360 degrees. That is a big pain in the ass. There's one vehicle that does 360 smoke. This one... Hard to say with this one. I have to like get it out of the fog. Let's move it here. For smoke. That's a big ass smoke screen. Like that's like the best smoke arc out of any of the vehicles. Like that's the thing, and then I mean that's a pretty good field of smoke right there. But obviously this one takes the cake, like 360 degrees. So we're going to handle that. We have to find out which vehicle the Mora is, or the Kuma is. I think it's tank 3. I'm going to Get our tank. Get our tank. And then where's our script for the vehicle APS params, eh? So vehicle APS params there. Do we have our blind spot? And then I still want to keep the APS blind spot, the active protection blind spot. It's just the smoke countermeasure. I want to remove the, what isn't that? Get type of cursor object. No, why is it pasting that? Oh, it's because we're on a server, that's why. So we'll just report it to system chat. Yeah, it's IMBT3. So it's tank 3. That's what we need to know. Okay, I hope I wasn't just muted for a little while there. That'd be inconvenient. Anyways, so it's tank 3, and I want to keep the APS blind spot. But if our smoke, our smoke needs blind spot as well. It's just for the Kuma we want to not have a blind spot there. So we'll go into our handler, client event fired man. I'm going to come down to our smoke thing here, and we don't want an APS blind spot. We want a smoke blind spot. And then we're going to create another little block in here. So type is APS blind spot. And then we're going to create a smoke blind spot type. And we're going to remove tank 3 from it. So we're in this array. Else, what do we got here? So we got return true. I hate how this. I can't stand this bit of code. Like, it's just never been super clear what it does. You have to go in and find out what it reports to see what it does. So if it returns true, then we block the missile. So we want this to return true always for the Kuma. So smoke blind spot is not equal to -1, then else, and we have to add an exception here. So where's our vehicle? We got vehicle. Just gonna add a very simple line. If vehicle is kind of between 03 base. That's our Kuma. Kind of 03 base. Then, and that's gonna be a not, so we're gonna not kind of Kuma. Then allow a blind spot. And we'll add a note as well for this line because it's really weird why we have it here. Kuma MBT 03 has 360-degree smoke field. Yeah, so The Kuma has like superior smoke things compared to that, like no blind spot pretty much. All right. I actually want to widen this field. Do I want to widen this field for the smoke? Tilted there, 30, 30. No, I'll just leave it. It's better if better if it's the same as the trophy. Be more clear for everyone. So we're just gonna leave that. Smoke has better smoke field, so or the Kuma has better smoke protection. So we're going to go to our file here. What do we want to do? I want to call this done. I'm going to call this done. Nope, that's not it. So that has to be tested. That one's done. AI medics. What do you want to do about AI medics? I want to do a little bit of sorting with AI medics. With the where did I? Which file was I in for this? I want to work on it in the Zeus file mostly. We have two, like the same blocks in two different files. So we're now moving on to AI medic stuff for just a little bit. We exhausted a lot of AI medic stuff the other day. But we didn't quite finish, so. I added a line here so that two medics didn't approach the same wounded guy if the medic's current job, like attendant, or like the wounded guy's current attendant medic was less than 15 meters away, just to reduce the incidence of like cross up, like mix up. But I want to prioritize like how do you call it? I want to prioritize incapacitated above injured. So that will happen in our prioritization block right here. I have to do a little bit work to this because for the sorting function to work, we need like a number up front. So I'm going to be reordering this, but I also have to mind the reordering down here. So I'm going to save this block. Oop. I want to go outside that curly bracket. I'm going to save this block somewhere like this. Save that there, and then I'm just going to edit this to have the number ahead of the unit. So yeah, that's fine. Add my comma back. What we're doing is basically like there's a sorting function in Arma, but it likes to have a number up front of the array elements. So for this little block here for the apply function, we want our number, like we're sorting injured from incapacitated in this line. Like the syntax of the select function is that if the unit's incapacitated, then he's number 1, and if he's not incapacitated, so injured, which is the other option, then he's 0. And we're going to try to prioritize the ones higher. So, but first we want to make sure this block here makes sense, and it won't because we just reordered things. So we need to tweak this block. So x select 1 is equal to 1. This is a bit of filtering here. I just need to fix it. So if x select 0 is equal to 1, or xselect 0 is equal to 0, and xselect 2, that can stay. Yes, that should be it. That's fixed. And now I want to sort the incapacitated to the top and injured to the bottom of this array, or front or back, however you call it. So we will go to our thing and check our sort function syntax again. It's been a while since I've looked at this, so what are we doing here? So an array sort true is like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sorting false is going like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So true is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. False 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I guess 0 is at the bottom. So we want the lower number up front in the array. So we want a sort true. I think ascending would be, yeah, so 1, 5, 1, 4, that. Sort true, 1, 2, 3, 5. 0 is what we want, so we're sorting true, yep. So we'll head back to our file and simply go near unit sort true. And what this will do is sort the units with the 0, so the injured ones. Ah, never mind. It's actually backwards, because the incapacitated have a 1. And we want them first, so it's going to be sort false. So we've done that. So like with this block, we needed to apply some like logic to the units. We needed to add some data to the units. Like we needed to say like, all right, these units, this one's incapacitated, this one's injured, this one's injured, this one's incapacitated. And we also wanted to get for each unit the distance of the medic to them. Those are the main things we want to get, like whether it's injured or incapacitated, and then the distance. And then we wanted to filter out like injured who are too far away. So like we either wanted to keep all the incapacitated, but we wanted to sort out like remove injured who are too far away. So the injured detection distance is 50, and the incapacitated detection distance is 100. And then from there, we want to, so this array would now include like an injured guy who's 30 meters away, and an incapacitated guy who's 60 meters away. And we want the medic to go for the incapacitated guy who's further away first. And this for each loop right here, will iterate through this list one at a time from the top to bottom. So we want this list to encounter the incapacitated units first. That's why we sort them, and then we're done with this format. Like we don't need all this information anymore. So we modify the array to remove all those, like this nested array. So now, like we're adding like a nested array element here, and then we're done filtering, we're done sorting. So now we put it back to how it was. So now it's just an array of units once again, just to feed into this. So we should be good. That filtering, it looks good to me actually. Like it looks like it'll work. And then there's two scripts. There's one for like players, and then there's one for Zeus. Both like players can like recruit AI to work for them, and then Zeus can spawn AI. So we need it to work for both, not just Zeus, not just players. So we just pasted in that. And this is something we have to test. Like I'm not confident it'll work until I see it working. 2 tests. Medics. That's that. These are just little tasks. Like we're gonna get around eventually to working on the options menu. It's just the options menu is pretty boring work. Like you have to tweak a value, then tweak it again, and constantly reload. So it's slightly boring, boring to look at. That's okay. So we've looked at this. We're getting around to this. I'm pretty happy that the schema countermeasure exception is taken care of. I'm pretty happy that this prioritization thing is done, but we have to test that because it's like, we just do, trust me. AI stuff always needs to be tested because it rarely ever works how you expect it to work. And then whitelisting. Good old whitelisting for the roles. So we need to prevent non-whitelisted from joining the whitelisted slots. So we're going to go in. This should be quick. It should be fast because I know what areas to tweak. I know what state we're at with this thing. So when the way this works is like when you click a button, like when you click like select role, it puts out a request to the server to say like, hey, I want to change roles. And then the server responds, but like we don't want to even bother the server until we know that the request is like that it makes sense. So we're not gonna like check whitelisting on the server. We're gonna check that like when you first click the button, like finally from this block right here, and then finally after like checking here to make sure the request makes sense. If we still allow the request, then we send a message to the server just to not like clog the network with join role requests. So we're going to save that. No, we actually don't need to save that. We just have to look at what's going on here first. So there's a few blocks here. This one can select role. This is a separate block. We have our cast block right here. And then we have some sort of, so it's not, if the request is not for cast, then if the role is whitelisted, and the player is not whitelisted, then we check. So I want to disable, like actually disabling the old whitelisting is a different matter. Right here we're just trying to filter, so we have to decide what to do. So the role, we have to determine how the role is whitelisted, and it's first determined here, but like we're gonna get rid of this whitelist value for the normal roles. I just want to know what to do with this variable because I don't want to add like a second role whitelisted variable. For each role's data, we don't need it. Like we have what we need here. Like what the block that I want to write is something like if needle, so the needle is like that's what we're looking for, and then the role is like the haystack, so looking for oops, I just ruined everything. Okay. If WL, like we're checking if WL is in the role. And we have the role already. WL role false call space variable string. This is all we're trying to do. We're trying to check if whitelisting is in the name of the role. WL role false call in string. Then role whitelisted true. I think that's all we have to do. It's just this block up here which concerns me because I don't really want to use it anymore. I want to delete this whole section. The role side not equal to, so I might just like block this whole bit. This will break like the that'll break the old whitelisting where it's like one of the slots in the existing slots is whitelisted. This will break the old whitelisting, which is fine because it had those bugs that were too deep to fix. Not super bad bugs, just things didn't work the way they were intended to work. So this is our whitelist check now. It's just if that text is in the name of the role. Notice cast role whitelisted and not whitelisted. Yep, this looks good. Then we have to figure out what's going on here. Get role count. I don't need the role count. I don't need the role count anymore. So I'm not gonna delete these lines because they might be like important in the future. But we'll just get rid of it. So now it's just allow request false and pop a hint to the player that the slot's whitelisted. So we'll come back here to our thing. Role whitelisted. Yep. Test. Remove old whitelisting. So this will break the old whitelisting, which is it might be enough to remove it, but there's still like variables in here corresponding to whitelisting. We're just gonna get rid of those pretty much. 0, 0. Like this variable is now no longer being used, which makes things slightly easier. So we've got checking like all the existing roles for that. Okay, looks good. So that's enough. That's enough done. God damn, I keep on opening the wrong one. That's enough done to where we can move on to testing these changes. I'm gonna drop the server, and then we're going to test what we've done. Make sure it all works. Yeah, I do almost all my testing on server. It's because when you're in the editor, you can get too far ahead of yourself. Like you can think, oh yeah, this works, this is fine, like everything's perfect, and then you go to launch it and like see what it's actually like, and it's not how you like, and then you've done so much. Whereas if you're testing live on a server, you get better feedback, not faster feedback, often slower feedback, but better feedback. So we'll launch again. Yeah, I got like a It's like a scripting day. I try to get as much done today as I can. I'm hoping to get that options menu done. That's like the goal for today. If I could get the options done, then it's like then we're close to being able to push the update, to push this like little update. It's not got too much in it, but an update is necessary. And it's got a bit to where like it's maybe worth doing. Forgot to export to multiplayer. Upper server up. Yeah, so a little update was necessary, and I'm just trying to put some useful stuff into it. And once it's out, then I can start working on like the bigger update, like the one with actual mission changes. But this one's got to come first, and I'm hoping to get it out like as soon as possible. I just wanted to have like some differences in it, like some improvements. Yeah, I don't know. I just want it to be worthy of an update. I wonder if there's anything I want to like explore today as well. Like I've done some we're doing some like fixes and some additions, but there's some new stuff I want to explore too. It's just like getting around to doing it. Well, if we'll have the time. First steps first. Testing the crew manifest. I should test this now. So can I get into these slots? Nope. We're all whitelisted. Excellent. Role selection. Why are there 4 pilots though? Like 4 whitelisted slots for pilot. Should be like 1 maybe. So pilot heli whitelisted. Minimum 2, maximum 2. There shouldn't be 4. I think it's like I'm not sure what it's doing there or why it's adding 4 slots. Ah, because I didn't save that file again. Stupid. But the code's working, so it's like that works. But these are now whitelisted roles down here. Cool. That's that. I want to test the vehicle manifest now. Sorry, I'm eating right now. If anyone now or in the future is listening to this. So, what do you want to do? I want like the units with nice little icons. I'm guessing this is gonna work. I just know it. Or not. Yeah, about that. About that. There's all the nice pretty units there. And I put them into a vehicle. Manifest shows nothing. I wonder what happened. Why it didn't work. Type of units. Um, yeah, I just don't know. I actually keep this on this fellow though. See what we got. Close to the heli. Move away a bit. These are like, I don't know. This is just should be easy, man. Should be easy. Change cursor object. We're getting our icon. Icon man engineer. The icon type. But we were just having problems. Back in this old file looking at what's going on. This one just works. No problem. I think it might be the I think this is not compatible. Is what I think. That we need like the full path. Like we need this full path for the script. Instead of just like icon man engineer. It shouldn't be too hard to fix actually. It's just one more thing to do. So we got our unit. We're gonna change this variable though. So we're just gonna go. I don't want to change it, but we have problems with it. So maybe I can do like you know what? I'm gonna do it slightly differently. Just gotta rewrite this little block, and then I have to keep this syntax in there. So little icon, and then we're gonna use the units namespace. So we'll go. I'm eating like I don't even know what it is. It's just like peanut stuff, and there's bits of peanut, and it's like hard to speak around it. We're gonna use the units namespace instead of mission namespace. So we'll go unit get variable format. Do we need format? QS unit role icon, because this is AI, it doesn't really matter. And then just copy in our default. Sort of, this may be a better like system. So if role icon equal to the default, except this. I'll do like 2 lower on this just for is equal to this string. This is getting a bit, now we're getting a bit off the rails here. We're adding odd things like that, but whatever. If role icon is equal to that, but sometimes it will just be equal to that too. So yeah, now we are getting off the rails a little bit. We might just set like this. I feel better about that already. Role icon is equal to empty string, then I need to add a couple extra lines here. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be role icon, or we're gonna go unit set variable QS unit role icon. I'm gonna break this down because we're gonna be doing a bit inside it. Easier to read. So format, and then I need to use this syntax here. And then change this to an input variable, format, and then we'll input our digging around in config over here. I think this will work. Just set variable that, format, and then we might be using like the string stuff again. Further testing is once again required. Alright, square bracket, close this off, false. We want that. What do I do with this now? I don't need this. So now we'll go back and do like now we'll just go back and do this line here, like a duplication. Sort of ugly, but it works. Ugly, but it works. So we're hoping that this line here will output the result of this line, or this set variable here. Hopefully that works. Basically, we're like, we need this full string here. We need this full file path here. And all that's changing is like the icon man engineer, icon man medic in that folder structure. So all we need to change is this little bit here, and this little bit is going to change based on the result of this get text operation here. So I think I like that. This is a bit clunky to do like a get variable right after a set variable. Like I can do, like I can sort of actually, yeah, we'll take some of the clunk out of this. And then I'll just break this bit here down to this line. And then I'll chuck roll icon just in here. Yeah, this is sort of cleans up the clunkiness of it. We'll get rid of this line as well, and this line, and that line, and there. So now we are cleaned up. Now we have what I hope we have, which is, actually I want to edit that. I want to edit, what do I want to edit? I actually edit the live stream that we got going here. Just the title, like it's not as I would like it. What do we want? I want it to be Arma 3 Casual Scripting 5. Ooh, wrong keyboard. Arma 3 Scripting live stream 5. Arma scripting. All right, let's change the live stream name so more people can find it. I guess. Whatever. Don't really care. So I was just taking a break for a sec. Done a little bit now. I'm just looking at what we've accomplished. And like clicking around, just trying to change the live stream stuff that we have. I don't know, like get out of the studio mode. Get back to our videos. That's better. Alright, fixed. Yeah, so we have our role icon system here. We want this variable. What I'm not sure about is whether we need to do this stupid string thing again. I hope having format here helps. Otherwise, we're gonna have to test it again. So that's that. Remove old whitelisting. Alright, so we're gonna test this stuff once more, and then we're gonna call it quits for testing. So drop the server, close Arma. It's tedious part of the process. All this because the mission file is stuck in memory and we need to close it to be able to delete the game. Whatever I just said. Yeah. This is our fuel consumption modifier. Seems to be okay. Nothing seems to be wrong with it. So I'm just gonna leave it. Touch anything. It's better not to touch anything. If it looks good, don't touch it. Or if it works well, don't touch it even if it looks bad. Wish more. That's a lot. That's actually why a lot of good Arma scripters never amount to much. At least never put much out. It's because they get stuck on the appearance of scripts. You know, they get caught in like formatting, and then their favorite word is like refactor, which is like they change how everything works, but everything still looks the same. And because the Arma engine's shitty, it performs basically the same as well. So you can't get stuck in how things look. You have to just do a good job and then keep moving, or else you don't really end up doing anything. Because you can see the work, that goes into it. Just even little things like what we're doing here. Yeah, it just takes a lot of work to do anything. So, back in we go. I want to do straight to the pilot slot. Oh, did I not save that thing? I'm gonna save that. Hey, alright. Back out of here. I didn't save that file again, like the server side roles file. Just because the pilot slot was reporting 4 slots when it should be just reporting 2. Alright, file saved. Let's go again. Interesting bits are in here. There's just so much. So much. With some little... I might do some of those tweaks now. Ah, that's boring stuff. Is equal to, changing to is not equal to. It's boring stuff. Pretty proud of this file actually. Like it was tough with the Arsenal whitelisting. Pretty sure we were the first ones to do proper Arsenal whitelisting, which actually works and which actually like is flexible that it can be used as Arsenal blacklisting as well. All that from trying new stuff. Alright, we're testing our vehicle manifesting first. Hope to God this thing works. Let's actually roll whitelisting. Okay. Not how I want it. This should be like a medic slot here. I'm not sure what changed. I just don't know why that had medic, or that had like whitelist in front of it before. But now it does not, which is like a massive pain. It's gotta look different. It's gotta look different. This is not how I want it. Not how I want it. So we're gonna record that on our little list. So, RSS WL roles no longer appear as WL, but they are WL, and block out non-WL players. Yeah. Alright, so that's something that needs to be addressed as well. We'll go to our... Should we want to be a pilot slot for this? Want to be in our pilot role. So we will hop in. And then get our nice looking units here. I bet I need to put string in there. Yep. Picture A3 not found. uh, so obvious. It's just Arma, man. It's just Arma. All that because what am I missing here? You get variable role icon. Basically just doing what I'm doing to the player stuff as well. I'm gonna do this is janky right here, but it will work. Ugly, but it works. Alright. So we're still changing some of this stuff. Vehicle manifest again. We can test our medic stuff now. That will be an interesting thing to do. We're gonna come over here. We don't need a full squad, we just need our medic. And then we want 2 guys. I'm gonna spawn them way over here. I'll have one who is... I'll go in and like get rid of his medikits first. So get rid of these medikits. So one's there who's gonna be injured. So I want his health down. And then one behind him who is going to be incapacitated. Just like that. So we'll move these 2 guys into position. And we will see what our little medic does. Hope he does something. Be nice if he does something. I don't think there's any script errors causing issues here. But he should be doing something. It's just unfortunate that he's not. We did put those changes in. Alright, obviously failing somewhere. So we gotta find out where. Constant testing. So 0, 1 select. Life state. Select 0 equal to 1, or x select 0 is equal to 0, and 1, 2, x select 0 is less than or equal to 50. That's okay. It's okay. CMM base, units group, minus entity. Finding where we're failing again. Job provider, distance 15. Just not clear. Maybe it's because it's being sorted wrong. Maybe it's because there's an injured guy there at all. Or we move them both away. Nah. Drop this guy. Now what? It's just not doing anything, huh? We're just gonna see if our script is even running. Could be like a little script there somewhere. We'll go. One sec. Just gotta check something. What shall we go? Alright, back. What to do? Didn't expect this to not work. It's a bit surprising. Probably there's an error here somewhere. However, I cannot fathom where or how. X like 0. 0, 1, X, 0, 1, 2. Ah, okay. Yeah, right there. So we want to push it back into, yeah, I'm going to drop the server for this one. This is a, yeah, so I did make an error there. I left it as X select 0 when it had to be changed to just X select 1. Because we moved where the object, like the unit, was in this array here from this line to this line. So X select 0 to X select 1. So this here has to be X select 1. Tiny little mistake. Cost me. Let's see what else I can change while I'm out. WL roles no longer appears WL. So we need to go in and check that. Go to roles. And up to where we get the whitelisted text right here. Yeah, so this is our little block here. So our little whitelist check is also in this section here. Simple enough. I like these little, the bugs where like you fix a bug in one spot and there's like an identical issue in another slot. I'm just checking if there's any more incidents in this file. No, this looks like it. All right. Easy enough to change. So we'll go to our other block down here. And we'll grab this little block here, this little check here. Come back up to wherever it was, this line, I think, this section. And we're going to comment this out. Again, not delete this because this is like breaking part of a system that, big size system that kind of worked. Which is painful to do. So we can actually like actually just change, like we can remove some code here. So we can just go like that. Roll whitelisted row. Actually don't even need this block anymore. We just go straight into here. Roll. So this is whitelisted. Now we'll get rid of this variable. Just have it as a condition. We might even do the same down here. Whitelisted and not whitelisted. Roll whitelisted and true. So now we can just move, get this bit here, drop it in there, and then we can get rid of this variable. And what else? Get rid of another thing. Oh yeah, this bit here. Just put a note for other people whitelisting. All right, that should be good. Check that. Check this again. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's a tedious process, but at the end of it, hopefully there's fun. Maybe at the end. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Let's go in. Let's check how we're going. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Like, you can see the size and scale of the project. And then you can see like the work that went into each step of the way. It's like pushing a boulder up a mountain, and the mountain can like glitch out at any moment. You're just not sure whether your bug is your bug or whether it's an Arma bug that you're running into. I don't run into Arma bugs a lot these days, like maybe near the start, like near launch. There were a lot more bugs to climb over. Actually, you know, I do still actually. Never mind. Not necessarily even bugs, just changes they make which break your stuff. Like that not being able to get into helicopters thing. It's pretty annoying. Me at least. Alright. Launch our server again. I have good feelings about this test here. I have a feeling the manifest is going to work. I have a feeling the whitelisting is going to appear working. And I think the medic stuff will also be working. So now we'll be at like the bottom of our initial tasks. You always want to have, like, if you're editing or like bug fixing, you want to have more than one thing going at a time. Just so like, just for time efficiency, because it takes time to recompile if you have your code exposed like this. Otherwise, when you're making a project, it's way better to have it server side. You can just like change the code the same way you'd change like the parameters file. That's how easy it would be. Alright, vehicle manifest. Boom. I'll go. So we'll try these. This looks better. This looks better. Alright. 4 default whitelisted slots. So those are good. We'll check there. Whitelisted slots. Talk to admins to get whitelisted. Whitelisted transport pilot. Looks good. Alright, I'm happy with that. Am I in the pilot slot though for vehicle manifest testing? Jump over here. I have a good feeling. Feeling good. This is like the 6th test for such a simple little few lines of code. It's embarrassing, really. But it has to be done this way. You guys in? What are you doing? Why are you getting out? Alright, well, still no icon. Still no icon. Ay. Wonder what information we'll get though out of these guys. So we'll go get our variable that we want. Client core. What variable do we want? Just this one, huh? Alright. Chat, stir, cursor object, git variable. That. Nothing? Are you kidding me? There's nothing there. You gotta be joking me. Roll icon. Oh. Oh. Okay, I completely butchered this bit here. I completely ruined this bit of code. Now I am embarrassed. Yeah, I'm pretty embarrassed now. Yep. When I say so, yeah, that's just embarrassing. So I just destroyed like the formatting. I'm surprised everything even worked, but I just ruined this bit of code here. So now it's fixed, but it's unfortunate. So keep track of what we've done. So done. Removal whitelisting. Done. Adding another thing. Update whitelisting documentation. Just for other people, they will want to know the changes. That's getting added to our little to-do list. I might do that later though. Yeah, I'll do that later. Do later. And then that's done. I'll test the medic stuff. I'm gonna test our medic stuff again. As well as Zeus testing. Coming in here to our favorite spot. And basically just what we're doing is spawning our medic and giving him 2 guys to, if I can find the medics up here. And giving him 2 guys to heal. We're getting rid of, this guy's going to be injured, so we want to get rid of his first aid kit, briefly. Alright. No first aid kit. There's one on the ground in front of him, but I know he just doesn't see it. So he's injured, and then we need an incapacitated guy as well. So we'll incapacitate him. And I just want to put them, so we want, like this is like testing prioritization of the medic's logic. We want the medic to go for the incapacitated guy who's further away than the injured guy. Make sure he's injured. Yep, legs look pretty beat up. I'm looking good health. So we're gonna do it right here. So, our medic should go for the incapacitated guy now. Instead of this guy here. Yep, goes straight for the incapacitated guy. Perfect. So he goes in for the heal. Get him healed up. Now go for the wounded guy. Yes, I like this. That is perfect. So what he's doing is he's bypassing, like if he's got 2 guys to heal, we're testing his prioritization. So we'll go again just for showing off the thing. We got 2 patients for our medic. First one is injured. He's gonna be bleeding. Like yeah, there, blood. Okay, he's bleeding, and then this guy is just down. Like he's incapacitated, lights out. So we want our medic to take care of the incapacitated guy first, even though he's further away. So there's our incapacitated, there's our injured, our medic. We hope you'd think he'd go for him first, but because this guy is in a more critical state, this guy gets care first. So he gets revived, hopefully. And then he comes back and takes care of the injured guy. That is like an example of our the prioritization that we've just added. Ew, okay. Whatever. Can't win them all. Okay. Now we're gonna add some more patience for him. We'll add 2 incapacitated guys. Actually, yeah, one more here. This guy's gonna be injured again. This guy will be incapacitated. And this guy will be incapacitated. So there's our guys. And now we're going to present our medic with some work to do. How does he approach this? Hopefully he goes for the nearest guy first. That could be a thing, like distance filtering. Okay, he's going for the farthest incapacitated guy first. That's something we have to work on. Like, we might have to do distance sorting as well. It's something I didn't anticipate. But it'll be easy enough to do. It's just we do want him to go for the nearest wounded guy first, just because he might not survive long enough to get there and then back to the next guy. He's taking care of his incapacitated, and now he's going for the injured. So that is what we want to see. So, how to script that? How to script that change? Go into our file. Near unit sort. How to sort. So we're doing like double sorting. We want to sort incapacitated to the top. Or we want to sort like, how do you do this? We just need to like, we need to do double sorting sort of thing. Not that straightforward. I mean, it is straightforward. It's just, it takes a second to think about how to do double sorting. Because it just sorts by like the first element. And our first element is like, is this. Like just that he's incapacitated, not how far he is away. That's done at number 3. So we sort to the top. It's almost like we want 2 arrays, one for incapacitated, one for injured, and then to join them afterwards. So it's like we want 2 separate arrays for each one. But is that the best way to have 2 separate arrays? I just don't know. I don't know. I might just, I'm almost tempted just to leave it, because it's like, just tricky enough that I don't know how to do it without adding a bunch more code here. So what you do is like, instead of having an array with each, you'd have like 2 separate ones, like near units injured and near units incapacitated. Apply this logic to each of them, and then add the near units injured to the near units incapacitated array. So you'd have to like, you need two different arrays. I don't know. Can I do anything in this for each loop about that? About distance? Like a distance check on each one. Array apply. This near units here has both injured and incapacitated. And we want to keep the incapacitated at the top of the array, all of them, but sorted by distance. So it's just a lot of extra code for that. And I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'm just not sure. I mean, it is worth it. That's the problem. That's why I'm hesitating. Is because it's worth it, but it's more work. So, what do we need? All right, let's go. So we need, I'm going to leave near units as like the incapacitated. And then we'll add like near units injured to it. So we're going to define it first. We don't have to do as much sorting at least. So we can take it like this block. Well, we'll just start going down and see how we go. So we got to change this one now. Is equal to incapacitated. Yeah, I know this is ugly. I know. Yeah, it's not how I want it totally. So we're gonna have to have two arrays here. We're gonna have incapacitated and injured. Unfortunately. So incapacitated and injured. And then use this. Just so we don't mess up our near units array too much. So we need to split it off right here. We want maybe this bit here to be a bit of extra logic. And count near units greater than 1, but only if it's that. Yeah, so lazy evaluation. So I'll worry about the curly braces at the end anyways. Yeah, this is a bit of a pain, but it seems to be the only way it can be done. The problem is that, like, if you have the medic, and he's got like, okay, we'll move him out of the way this time. Oh shoot, enemies there. So if you got like these three guys, put two of them down, and then you put the medic here. Sometimes he goes to like the further away guy. I'm not sure what she'll do. I think he will. It's all repeatable. So he's going to like the further away wounded guy when he's really got to be going for this guy first. So that's how important this fix is. So now we're going to sort by distance. Luckily we don't have to do much filtering anymore. Actually we have to. Units injured and oops. We got to do distance sorting on injured guys. And x distance entity is less than or equal to 50. Yeah, so we're doing, so he'll incapacitated guys 100 meters and wounded guys up to 50 meters. Yeah, okay. It's injured. Now we want to sort by distance of incapacitated. So we need to modify the array. That's only if these arrays have like guys in them. They could just be empty. Oh, I sense more work to do. So we'll split these up and deal the incapacitated array up here. Equals incapacitated, apply. We want x distance entity. We use distance 2D just for performance, whatever. I use it here as well. Wherever distance 2D. Distance 2D entity, and then x. Yes, we'll keep it like that. Apply x distance entity, and we want to sort ascending. So we want like the closer units to be at the top, which is like sort true. And then we want to apply it back to the original array. Might not be the easiest way to do it, or the best way to do it, but apply x select 1. There's a lot of like, you know, just a lot of fussing around to do a distance sorting method. That's our incapacitated. This is our block that we may not want here later. Sort true, so just gonna double check that again. Sorting true is ascending, so sort true is 1, 1.3, 4, 5. Yeah, cool. So we're sorting by distance, lowest distance first. And then applying the array back to just the unit. And then we just want to copy this basically for the incapacitate, or for the injured guy. Pretty straightforward to the point where I'll just copy the code and paste it in here. And just use these arrays. I'm gonna do an if then though. If is not equal to empty, then we don't want to do all this work on an array if there's nothing in the array. Because this list, like this near units thing, may only return a bunch of injured guys. And then what are we doing with incapacitated sorting? So we don't want to do that. We want to keep it smart. So same thing here. It could be the other way around. Bunch of incapacitated guys, no injured guys. So we don't want the array of injured guys sitting there doing work. All right, now we got our two separate arrays, like one of incapacitated under 50, or incapacitated under 100 meters. And then we got our second one of injured under 50 meters. I mean, I guess we can just do 100 meters now with injured because we're already sorting. We're already sorting, so we can get rid of this. We don't need to like, it doesn't matter how far away he goes for injured guys because he's already going to take care of the incapacitated first. So we'll get rid of that. That's nice, a little tiny bonus at least. And now we recombine. Now we got to recombine these two arrays. So the best way to do that is just, I wonder, there's like an append. Nah, bad spelling. An append function. This is sort of what I want to use. Does not return array, it modifies the existing array. If you need to return a copy, use plus. So I was going to do this, but I think the append command is just a little bit better. Actually, no, it's not. No, it is not. I think we do have to use the plus because we have to, like if we just append, we can do like, nah, that's two commands. Yeah, so we'll just do the plus. Like I wanted to do like, what I wanted to do was like near units incapacitated plot or append near units injured. And then that's it, like that's the code right there. But we don't have a return and we have to get back to near units. Or do we? Or do we? I am not sure. Yeah, we do. Whatever, I'm just gonna keep it simple. The near units equals. It's very important the order that we do this in. We want like the want the incapacitated to be first. Like, so these are like, these guys are now sorted by distance, and now these guys are sorted by distance. 0, 1, that's good. Yeah, okay. But one more little bug to change. This is still incapacitated. We want injured. Alright. So now I have to check for curly braces because I think I didn't delete enough. I'm gonna count in this and how many 108 there and 108 there. Okay, interesting. So we don't have too many. I just want to have a look to make sure all these scopes are opened and closed properly. Where does this one go? Ah, yeah, okay. Maybe straight medic. And there's also something I want to put in here for these medics. Basically, if the medic himself is injured, I don't want him running around trying to revive people. I want him to like heal himself first. So I want that to be like one of his priorities, is to just keep himself healed. Unless there's like a guy to revive, like right beside. Nah, I want him just heal himself. Keep it simple. Alright. So we're gonna do like this should be pretty simple. Actually, just not sure where to do it. I want to do it somewhere up here, like before. So like if life state, we're doing a lot of life state checks. That's alright. Life state entity equal to injured. then else. And so if he's not injured, then he goes through this whole process here. So that's that. Is equal to injured, then what's the command for like healing oneself? I think it's like the AI command. There's an AI command for healing yourself. Oh, that's not what we want. Okay, so what is it? Player, actually I'll set myself wounded first. Player set damage 0.5. Bit of damage. And then I think it's like player action. Oh my god. That was awesome. That's so cool. I'm so happy about that. I was trying to do something else, and there's a medic nearby, so he like patched me up. That is awesome. Cool. Okay, now that I'm far away from any medics, let us damage oneself. Okay, damaged. And then there's a command here, like the command that basically, like the treat yourself command. There's a command under there. I'm trying to access the command without the UI. So, player action, treat soldier self, player. I think that's it. Nah. Player action, treat soldier self, player. I have no idea. Or is it heal soldier self? No. Maybe too much stuff in there now. There we go. Okay, got it. Do I get healed? Yes. What was it? Player action heal soldier self player. So we'll take that bit of code back to our medic. Life state entity is equal to injured. And just trying to think in what circumstances. Trying to imagine like on the battlefield, like what is going on right here. The guy's injured. And like if he's under fire, I'm not sure. Do we want him to heal right there? I think so. We'll just see how that goes. So the medic is injured, heal soldier self right away. Don't have to worry about first aid kits, just do it. Then else run through this control structure. And then also while he's on his way to the guy, we also want him to be maintaining his health. So we go down here to where he's like carrying out his orders for the wounded guy he's after, and if he's farther than like 4 meters, then we keep propelling him towards the wounded guy. But it should only be if he's healthy himself. Life state entity is equal to injured, then else. So if he's injured, we want him to heal himself. Or if he's not injured, then we want him to keep moving towards the guy he's treating. Yeah, that is how this works. Um, I'm not. Is it worth testing all this stuff now? I don't know. So we made some medic changes here. But is it enough? I think it is because there's that other stuff we did, like the vehicle manifest fix. So I think it's worth. I think it's worth recompiling just to see what we got, and what we can work with. No, there's no killdozer coming today. We've had our fun with that. We're going to give people a break from the killdozer. Alright. So let's get rid of the old one. Yeah, it's a lot of messing around just to get things working. It's constant. This games library I have. A lot of like, yeah, I don't even know what to call it. I have like the tools, like there's other stuff here just so I can get to Arma 3 tools. I spent 620 hours in Arma 3 tools. How about that? So in we go. What am I doing? I'm launching the server. Server up. Yep, headless client instance here too. That is on the to-do list. Not for this week. This week's all about this current patch. Oh fuck, I forgot to compile the mission. Yeah, headless client's on the to-do list. Not many people will make use of it. Like, there's only a handful of communities that will use it. But it will affect a lot of players in the end just through those communities. So I do want to have it like working. I do want to have it working. It's just, you know, it's one of the hardest things to do. Just is, especially without a server of your own to like, with like 50 players, whatever, to see. Like if you don't have that, then it's hard to test. Imagine like the stuff I've been doing in the last few live streams. Imagine if I couldn't test it at all. And then you had to publish and you had to know that what you published was gonna work. That's like the headless client stuff. So it's a big job. It's hard. Unintended things can happen. So it's a system that needs testing, and that's not easy to do on your own. But I am able to like, I can connect a few players to my host server. Like, I mean, like I can create player instances and connect myself to it. So I can test. It's just a very delicate, something that has to be done delicately. Anyway, hope to something that my vehicle manifesting works. Yes, these are nice whitelisted spots. Lovely. We'll go transport pilot. Same situation. Same tests. No, I don't want the vehicle on. Okay. What I want is a couple of these pretty little unit guys with the icons. Chuck them in. Yes, victory. Yes. Dude, all I'm looking at right here is this on the side. Yes. So nice to see. I'm just looking on the side here. We can see the unit types now. That took a long time to get. That was very tedious to do. Yeah, pretty happy with that. So that's done now. Vehicle manifest is done. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Little side feature people probably don't know about is if you put like the default crew display up, the vehicle manifest actually disappears. You can see on the left we have like the vanilla crew display. And the vehicle manifest will disappear. When you get rid of it, manifest comes back. So yeah. What now? Let's go to our to-do list. Actually, let's see our medic. See how our medic is doing. We'll go to our favorite spot up in the hill. I think this is our favorite spot. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. So we'll get our medic down. Maybe we'll move him away for a sec. And then we'll drop down our injured guy. Just first aid kit out of there. Maybe 2 of them. Just to do it. So 2 injured guys, and then my explosive specialist will be the incapacitated ones. So this will be a good test for our medic. So basically trying to see which guys our medic goes for first. And trying to make it as hard of a challenge as possible for him. We do not, like, we want him to go for the nearest incapacitated guy at a time. And then once he's gotten through all his incapacitated tasks, guys to heal up, then we want him to go for the injured guys. Again, in the... So we're gonna start him, we're gonna start our medic here. Start our medic here. And what I'm hoping he does is he's gonna go, like the blue ones are injured and the pink ones are incapacitated, right? So I hope he goes to here, and then back to here, and finishes up on this guy. This should be the last guy he touches, just with the circuit. Alright. Let us see what he does. Watch him do nothing. Okay, good, there he goes. Getting cynical for a sec. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink while he's working. One guy healed. Next guy healed. So I want him to go here last. Should be his last revive for treating. Yes, he's going in order now. This is amazing. And now he should go for the injured guys. This guy's injured. This is why we work so hard, so we can see a guy with his head in another guy's crotch. Don't take that. You know, get your head out of the gutter. Just black scripting humor. Dark mode. Alright. That is perfect. It is functioning exactly how I wanted it to, which is awesome. So he's going for the nearest incapacitated until he's done with the incapacitated, and then he's going around to other guys. We can actually test this on a server too. Like I can do some live testing. Maybe I'll do that later. I'll do another live stream later with like live medic testing on like a big public server, just to see how he performs. I think that's worthwhile. Alright, so he did exactly as expected. What bit's done? Done. I'm gonna say, actually, I want to test if he, I want him to be away for a bit again. Look at these jerks coming over. Ruin my fun. Alright, so what do I want him to do? I want him to... I don't really care about these guys now. But what I want to test is whether, if we injure our medic, whether he will continue to on his way or whether he'll stop to heal. I want him to start going. Start going, and then we're gonna injure him a bit. So now he treats. And then he's on his way again. Oh, how cool is that? So we're gonna injure our medic again. Wait till he starts moving. Injure our medic. He self-treats. And off he goes. Yes, this is very cool. Injure him again. Self-heal. Cool. Very cool. And treat his patient. Come on, do your thing. Yes. Now this guy over here dies. So what are you gonna do? You gonna keep going over? Check. He's dead, bro. Where are you going? Don't try to revive him, please. I also don't want him to get stuck in a loop, so maybe we'll try seeing what he does if this guy goes down now. Alright, I'm pretty happy. Like, I'm actually really happy with this medic stuff. I actually also want to extend it to enemies. Like, I want, right now it's only for Blue 4 pretty much, and only for like player controlled squads. Basically for performance reasons. Like it's not easy. Like you saw the scripting that's required for this, and if that's happening for dozens of medics, I don't mind loading like Zeus's CPU or like a player's CPU with it, but I don't want to load the server's CPU with it. Like this medic doesn't do much. Like he's an enemy. Actually, he would. Yeah, he's just gonna rally up. Actually. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I just embarrassed myself in front of my own AI. That is embarrassing. I had no idea he was actually gonna heal. Okay, let's find out why he actually did something. Basically because this script iterates over all units, whereas the original script, which is for like recruitable AI, only iterates over like units in the player's group. So yeah, that was amazing. I don't know what to say. That was very cool. I actually want to fix this up. Like this sorting code is now obsolete. I wonder if there's a way I can just like pretty much copy everything. How does it look up at the top? Not as player, local, entity, life check. Let's player, local, entity, life check, and then it's AI job. But here we have like some east stuff first. I'm gonna transfer this over. Pretty much everything except for the all units bit. Just because this is, I want it to be basically the same. Like the same AI that the players have is what this Zeus will have, which is how I want it. It's just the Zeus handles like all the units that it spawns as well. Yeah, that's the plan. I like that. It has this heal soldier self stuff. Very good. So we're gonna test again. So say this guy goes down, and now this guy, this medic will go to heal him, but we injure the medic. What is he gonna do? He's gonna stop and heal himself. And now he's gonna heal up and continue on to revive the guy. And say this guy goes down, and this guy goes down. Now our medic's got work to do. Injure him again. Goes down for the heal. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's just reforming. And goes in for his heal. And then, yeah. We'll do some other stuff. Check our distances as well. So... Oh. Why did he take so long there? That's alright. He's getting told by the group leader to like warm up all the time, so he's going back and forth a little bit. Like having a micromanaging boss. Alright. So move our medic away for a sec. And we're going to drop some of these guys. And just make sure he goes to them in the right order. Get our medic back. And go to work, buddy. The first one's first, because we sorted. Yep. Okay. Injure him. Gonna stop and heal. I almost want him to like go to ground, hey? Like go prone while he heals himself. That's just a bit it's a bit much. You have to monitor his stances and everything. It's a bit much. This is good enough. Cool. Alright, I'm happy that the Op4 AI are doing this. This AI is so complicated actually. Like look, like this heli was like guarding the AO over here, and these AI here reported these enemies here, and the heli was like the best pass they could get, so they called in a heli. I guess because they don't have mortars or something. Hey. That why? No mortars? Yeah, no mortars. Cool. Alright, let's go to our to-do list. Stop wasting time. Wasting precious time. So our manifest is done. Vehicle manifest is done. Done. Tests, medics, injured, sorting prioritization, done. Look at that. Cleaning up our little to-do list. And now, so we got update whitelisting documentation, super important. We can do that now actually. It shouldn't take too long. Just be a second. Documentation, role selection system. There's a lot in here. So What do I do? Adding whitelisted slots to a role. Adding whitelisted slots. What do I call this? This is something I want to do later. I want to do this like when I'm like laying in bed, like not thinking about code. I'm gonna do this later. I'm not gonna do that now. Too much. Alright, do later. That was the original impression and that is correct. Now we're gonna do our options menu. But first I'm gonna take like a 2-minute break. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright. So, look at these guys go. Okay. Not doing a very good job of killing them. Whatever, I don't want to bother. Okay. So what's next? I forgot about this objective actually. Objective's so cool. I like how it spawns AI, like everyone's in the bushes. And they're all like real high powered motherfuckers. Look at that. Look at their weapons. That's hilarious. Yeah, this objective is pretty cool. Like jungle fighting against vipers. And then like finding the regenerator was pretty hard. Usually somewhere in the middle, like there's like a few squads. And it doesn't even come up on Zeus, like that's all that comes up on Zeus. It's like a couple Nixes and a couple squads. You have to like get in there and find it, and it's like sort of see it, sort of find it. And this time it's like down here. Yeah. Cool mission. Some people don't like it because like if you don't like AI shooting through trees, you know, don't like that one. Anyway, let us start on the options menu. This is gonna be like I don't want to say boring, but maybe that's the word. Maybe that's the word. So like it's like dialogue, like we're creating a dialogue and then we have to test at different resolutions, so it's like just a bit of a chore. All right. So I wanna add two main options at the start. My OCD is like triggering here. Okay. Why did I just do that? Stupid. Okay. Two options menu. Okay, so we'll go to our description file. If I had like a syntax highlighter for HPP, it's very tough to look at. Even just like finding where I want to be. Finding. I did like, they're titled. I'm just looking at like these titles here, the class names. To find our options menu. Menu entry, menu context. I forget even what the so that's our hub. That's like the comlink thing. Menu uniform texture, insignia. The wounded menu. That's like a really old menu. I can almost just disable that. I can pretty much like delete this bit right here. What did I put soon for? Ah, that would be like FOB respawns. This is super old code right here. So old, I'm actually just gonna delete it. That was like, that long predates the current medical system that's used. Back to like actually the current, like the little options menu, like the player menu, that actually started as a revive menu, because revive was like the first big system I worked on. And I needed a menu, so I made a little one, and then I repurposed the menu for like normal player stuff. Yeah, little FYI thing. Supporters menu. Here we are. Toggle dynamic simulation. So this is our. Gonna create some space down here, so I know where to find it. This is our options menu. What do we have now? We have gonna see what the menu looks like now. Let us see. What do we even call this one? Sorry, just getting like getting a handle on what we're doing with this. I have to open up like the all the menus and stuff. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I'm looking for, what do we look like? This is what we look like. I want it to start like up. If it starts down, it's gonna be hiding. We'll just start up. But yeah, it's just, this is such like switching gears from like that medical stuff before. It takes a second just to see what I'm looking at. So I want another tick box. I think that's the options I'm putting in. I'm putting in like, there's two main ones that we're gonna put in. So the new options are, one is gonna be to hide the group hex icons. Two will be to hide or reveal BattleEye system. Hide or reveal, hide, we'll just call it hide for now. Hide BattleEye and system chat spam. Those are the two options for adding. It's probably like, there's more, but maybe that's enough for a moment. So hide the chat spam and hide the group hex icons. I need a couple more. Maybe it just needs to be bigger as well. I close all to the left. What script is that? This is my like rock script. I don't necessarily want to lose that. I'll put it inside my maybe I'll just save as to desktop. Cool. Alright, so how's our frame look? That's the old height. 60. I just want to double it, huh? 80. We're gonna make our frame a little bit bigger. Now we're gonna find, where's our, like I want to, the ambient life one and the dynamic simulation. So I want to like keep the same gap. This is a, bothers me here that this gap is smaller than this gap. But I want to keep the same gap here at least. Ambient life and dynamic simulation. There's actually something I want to work on with dynamic simulation. Extended to-do list. Dynamic simulation detection of distant vehicles moving closer. I'm not even going to explain what that is now. It's just too hard to explain. It's like, yeah, too hard to explain. Just dynamic simulation performance stuff. So I'm going to do some of that later. But for now, I just didn't want to forget that. So we got ambient life and dynamic simulation. So where is our stuff? So we got an ambient checkbox and our dynsim checkbox. So here and here. So what is our I82? 80, why is that 82.5 and 82? That means this, okay, yeah. So the text is slightly lower than thingo, okay. I'll remember that. We're gonna put our checkbox in first, because it is theoretically easy. But I have to figure out where to put it. We'll put it our next checkbox will be checkbox 6. And you also have to like check to see that this, make sure there's just one of those, just in case. And also, I want to make sure what numbers we're using in this, like the ID code. 12, I'm looking here, like 1811, another 1811. Maybe it's not important. Ah, no, it is important, okay. The 10, 9, 8, it seems to be sequential, which is good. 16, 17, we'll change this IDC to 18. And then, so we have our ambient checkbox, the 77.5 down to 82. And then the one above that is also good spacing, so I'll use the squad radar. Q HUD checkbox. 73. Get our calculator out. So 77.5 minus 73 is 4.5. 0.775 plus 0.045 equals 82. And that is what we have here. So our skip is 0.045. So plus 0.045 is 86.5. 86.5. Tooltip will be hide group group 3D hexagons, or 3D group. Group hexagons. Dynsim checkbox, hide 3D group hex. Alright, so checkbox 6, moving, da da da. Alright, so we will see, like, this stuff isn't that hard, it's just damn tedious, man. And I'm not good at it. Some people are like good at this stuff. I don't have the patience, much patience for it. So you'll notice like Invade an Annex is not a menu heavy mission. Like there are not many menus to click buttons on. We lead on the scroll wheel just because everyone knows it. It works. No one really likes it, but it's not a big problem either. There is one toggle box. Hide 3D group hexagons. That's cool. Now that we're in business, we're going to keep going with our stuff. On another checkbox. Checkbox 7. IDC is 19. And we got plus 0.045, 0.91. It's actually a bit ugly when it's that tall. the menu. What is going on? Is there like a... This is like a server restart. Because of the time and everything. Alright. Menu options. It's almost a bit too tall. Like we may... I'm gonna cut it down to size once we're done. I shouldn't need too many options. Like there... We'll see what options we can... Actually, you'll see what options we can put in. Like, what people want in this menu box thing. Yeah, so we'll see. Dynamic simulation, hide 3 group hexagons. This is our stuff. Options text 8. So we'll take the DynSim stuff. It's above the checkbox, so we'll keep the same format. 16, 17, 18, 19, so 18, 20 for our IDC. Our text, what should be our text? 3D group hexagons. So it won't be hide, it'll be like enable 3D group hexagons, and then it'll just be like defaulted on. Alright. So for our DynSim, actually I'll put a tooltip in. Show 3D group hexagons. Toggle 3D group hexagons. I also want to make them color changeable. Like right now, I think they're fixed as like that light blue color, like the apex HUD color. But I also want to make them like subject to profile coloring, so that people can change them to what they want them to be. But maybe that's like next update or something. For now, like a toggle we'll have to do. Alright. So toggle that. Now we want to get our positioning correct. Text 8. Now we have to also have to change to text 9. And then do a quick search. Make sure we're not running over ourselves here. Text 9 all good. Different IDC all good. Toggle group hex. And now how is this position changed from this? This is 82 for the checkbox and 82.5 for the text. So if our checkbox is at 86.5, then we'll put this one at 87. See what it looks like. I don't know how people do this all day, like this this menu work. Like some menus look just beautiful, and I can see like they look really nice, but for me, like Arma's not about this isn't what Arma's about for me. I don't get off on making nice looking menus. I really need someone who does that though. It could be awesome if I could work with people who were good at different things. Like I'm good at some things, but at the same time, you know, like not good at a lot of things. Put it that way. I've lost mouse control. There we go. All right. Open our thing. Group hexagons. That looks good. I like that. Enable. Shouldn't be enable. Should be like toggle. Toggle. We'll change to toggle. And this one can be toggle as well. 3D group hex. So that's that. Now it takes more than this to actually add the feature, but not much more. In fact, not much more. Probably the menu's like half the work for these little toggle boxes. They're just pretty easy. Pretty easy. What's the next one? Okay. I wish I could align to the left, man. Is there any alignment here? So we're down at line 3300. Search for a line. Attributes align left. What menu is this for? Ah, just the text one, huh? Menu hub text align center. I just want to align left, like vertical alignment. Center. I'll try like left alignment, man. Just I do not like center. So I want like vertical alignment, middle. That's fine. Maybe I just get rid of that one though. Align left. No, I don't want to align the checkbox left. I want to align the text left. I don't think this will do anything. Like this is something I've tried many times before, but it just isn't so easy. So we'll restart, see what we get. Yeah, that's one of the things, like, you can't be good at everything. Like the guys who are really good at some things, some modding things, Arma modding things, are not good at others. Like, it's just like there's the modelers, there's the terrain builders, there's the scripters, there's the guys who make nice images, and then there's guys who make nice dialogues. And they're all different disciplines, so one is not the same as the other. So like, yeah, I can't get it to align. It's always align center, which is just not what I want. Because it's pulling from, I think actually I have an idea with that. RSC text. So, where's our RSC text? So, attributes align left. What if I do a new text where it's like text left, and then oh, but is left. It is left. I give up, man. Big waste. Yeah, see, I've done that. I've tried that stuff before a long time ago. Just not my thing. All right. What do we got? We got that box. Now we need a checkbox 7. This one's gonna be toggle chat spam. Hide, maybe show. What's the default state? Maybe the default state is hidden. So show or toggle battle chat spam. Toggle chat spam. The checkbox. System chat spam. We'll need another text for this one. The chat. The chat spam. Toggle the chat spam. That's IDC 20. IDC 21. Text 10. Always check these. It's just if you overlap these classes, you just you end up in a world of pain. All right, here's where we want to. This takes a bit of care on what to write here. So we want to write like what it does. It hides unnecessary messages from chat. Battle connecting battle unnecessary system messages from chat. Yeah, I like system messages. Toggle system chat spam. Toggle chat spam. So we will, and then it should always be 91, 0.915. The text will be hide system messages. Is that the right thing? Hide chat spam. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so we are starting to get an outline of how it looks. Yep, that looks good. I just cannot stand that centering, man. If anyone knows how to align left, let me know. Because I do not. Hides unnecessary extra system messages from chat. Unnecessary extra system messages. Toggle system chat spam. All right. I'm just thinking. That's all. So we don't actually need it this big, unless we have other options we want to add. Like, what other player options are there that people want? What other options do people want or not want? I'm just thinking aloud. Add the group, squad hex. Need like a uniform fix. We need like a uniform fix button. Like someone says, "Ah, you're naked." You can like fix with a button click. I want to put that in somewhere as well. Fix uniform button. I actually want a better solution. I don't want to fix uniform. I want to like detect uniform problems. I might need multiplayer for that actually. So uniform glitch fix explore. That's that. Might just work on these two for now. Yeah, so I'll work on these two. I'm gonna pull some of this text into the functions. So client menu options. And here is our thing, what do we call it? Key checkbox, interesting. All right, actually, yeah, I have to look at that as well. It's finding more and more stuff. So tasks disappear when profile waypoint setting is 0. So another thing to do. But for now we'll do our other stuff. So toggle 3D group X. If type is equal to toggle 3D group X, then state equals this like 2. I'm just looking for like this is like an older file, so it's not optimized well at all. So I'm looking at also that's another thing, when you get like older files, when I go into them I don't look at just the code, I'm looking at like the syntax and how well structured and optimized the code is. And yeah, private, the value is this like 2. So like I can change some of this stuff. So I can do this like params type display value. I might put this on my like optimization changelog, like set optimization to-do list. Optimize menu files. Type display values or value. It's like 2. Now I can just get rid of like this. Put this down below. Params up the top. Display, select 1. Do I need display anymore? Only really called right here. Select 1. So I'll get rid of that now. And then there's a lot of like this select2, state is the select2, the select2, state is true. There's a lot of old stuff, like old code in here that I don't like. A lot of this is just ugly. I don't need state anymore. Maybe I do need state. I'm not sure why I'm using the state value here. Like, why not just use the value? Why do I have value? Okay, I see. State is, I could just use state though. State minus their value minus value. I might just change that for state. Just old stuff that needs changing. Value state. Do state there. I state a lot. Select2. So we're going to get rid of some of this stuff. I see sort of why I do it. But it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, I see sort of why it is done this way. But it just doesn't need to be. So we're gonna, sorry about this, it's just, I see like a file with a lot of ugly code in it, and I get the irresistible urge to change it. We're changing state here. Should be okay. Is false. If state, this will cause an error though. I'm actually gonna undo a lot of these changes I'm making. It just caused too many issues of like a lot of extra stuff to test. So I might just leave it. It's safer that way. I'll just do what I need to down here. Sorry code, I'll come in peace and I'll go quietly. Alright. State this select2. What are we doing? Toggle 3D group hex. Select2. Why am I not declaring state as a private variable? What did I just do? Where's the... Okay, good. Okay. Toggle 3D group hex. And then this is what we're this is what the code's doing. So we have to, this is what the toggle box does. So we're addressing this code right here. Oh man. Type is a select 0. This select 0, and then this select 1. Wonder why we have that. Select 0. Oh, okay, never mind. I have to do more reading and less writing with this stuff at the moment. 0 and select 1. That's display. and then 0, 1, 2 is state. Okay. So you got type, display, and state. So our state is select2 if state is equal to 1, then else. Toggled on. Toggled on. I'm going to do that. Toggled off. This is what we're doing. Namespace. That variable. US HUD show. Actually, I wonder what the show HUD thing has. I wonder what's in here. Our show HUD stuff. It's like the built-in HUD stuff. Show icons drawn with. There's like new options as well. Show icons drawn with 3D even when the HUD is hidden. Interesting. False. Oh. Scripted HUD. Action menu and overlays. Compass, direction, menu, commanding menu, group, cursors. Okay. Not useful to me. Show 3D X. Descriptive enough. True. False. Show 3D hex. False. I don't know why I did this above the comment. Stupid. Alright, so toggled on, toggled off. And then we also want to we also want to save this result in profile. So we're gonna come here and go profile namespace, set variable, US HUD, show 3D hex, true, false. Basically just doing both of these. Because we want, like, when you rejoin the server, we also want the state to have been saved. And then obviously save profile namespace. I want to see the comments in the wiki about save profile namespace, because this is like a okay. Saved when game is closed. Player location. Saved when the game is closed. Interesting. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have anyway. Okay. That writes to the file. All good. Toggle on, toggle off. This is all we really need. We also have to pop a notification, so we'll go X group hexagons on. and then we'll make it known that it's 3D. And then group hexagons off. So we have our variable. This is all we really need here. We'll get rid of this. It served its purpose. Their state is equal to 1. So we'll grab our critical variable, and then we will go into our 3D HUD file, client event, draw 3D. And then we want to find where our hexagons are drawn. Want to find our hexagons. Is this it? Cursor object? No. Draw 3D projectiles? No. Draw base icons, fob icons. So it's above here. I think it's this. The icon for this. So this is like just text. Looking for our the bit that draws the HUD. More text. Select. Okay, it must be above here. That's unfortunate. Okay. Life state. Icons. More up? Jesus. No. I'm actually having trouble finding the bit of code I need. It's embarrassing. Truly. Okay, it must be this bit. Yeah, okay. You have item GPS, so the player has a GPS. And our variable is true. So we'll just break this down for a sec. Item GPS in assigned items player and our mission namespace Git Variable. We'll default it to true. Mission namespace Git Variable show 3D hex true if it doesn't exist. Okay. Now our togglebox variable. Our togglebox variable will need to be true. Or we'll need, it'll need to be true in order to show the group hexagons. So, there's one more thing we need to do now. And that is in the init, the player init. We need to declare this variable at the start. So, and we want it to go by profile. So, profile namespace, get variable, and then default to true. So that way, we're not just setting it by default, we're getting the initial state from profile. so that when you join the server, it's as it should be. Okay. So QS HUD show text, that looks good. I wonder what our initial tick box state, how is that determined? Wonder how this is determined. So on load, okay, we need to be careful up here as well. So we'll go, how do I, yeah. So we need to be careful, we need to add some stuff here. The initial state when you open the menu. We've added this for initial state when the server starts. This is our bit that actually controls the code, the scripting. And then we need to, this is when the mission opens. So, I'm just gonna paste this stuff here for a sec. We'll get our block. This is an ugly bit, but necessary as well. So our IDCs are 1820. But we care about the checkbox. That's all we care about. So display control 1818 CB set checked. And then I think this is just a true or false. So we want it to be set according to mission namespace. Yeah, okay. Git variable QS HUD show 3D hex. Go true is the default. All right, so that is moving into the test category. Two tests. We're going to test whether our show 3D hex we want to test that. It's moving into the test phase. Actually, we'll have this draw from profile as well, just in case. It's not so necessary, but it's good to. Where's the close bracket for that? Okay, that's there. Close bracket for that's there. That's there. Okay, just checking syntax. Then we want to add another toggle. So this toggle is going to be for the battle eye or the system chat spam. Toggle system chat spam. State is the select two. What should our US HUD toggle chat spam? We'll save this in profile as well. And then presented to the player. We don't want to present it as spam. We want to say like system or extended messages. Extended system messages on. extended system messages on, and then this one will be obviously off. So extended system messages on and off. Hide unnecessary system messages. Extended system messages. Actually, I gotta go into the other place. I gotta remove that text. So hide chat spam to hide extended system chat. Hide system messages. Unnecessary extended system messages from chat, such as multiple lines for connecting player, battle eye, ticket check, etc. Yeah, so that's that. Hide system chat spam. Toggle extended system chat. Menu options, go into here. I'm gonna try to get rid of this now. I think, no, I can't. I still need it. I need my checkbox here. I'll take that. Put this up here for now. And take my chat spam variables. This is just adding more lines here. So display control 1818, we go 1819. Copying this code in since it's easy. And then mission namespace, toggle chat spam, profile namespace, toggle chat spam. Alright. So we got this, and same idea as the other stuff. We got to come over here to our init. Toggle chat spam, profile namespace, get. And then there's also, when you set it here, you also want to declare whether it's a public variable or private. It's always going to be private, whatever. Alright, so that's that. Toggle chat spam. The chat spam is going to be hidden by default. Or we want players to toggle it on, which would turn the messages off. So if it's on, the messages are off. True. Toggle is like hide. Hide chat spam. True. False. Alright. Go back into our script. Toggle chat spam true is the default. Or toggled off and then toggled on. Toggled shown, toggled, hidden. More descriptive. All right. Actually, this is confusing. Okay, when it's toggled on, it's hidden. So toggled hidden, toggled shown. Shown. So I want the default state to be true. And then I'm we're going to take this little line here. This is our master, like, true false line. All right, now where's our code? Client event. Chat message. So for the moment, all this stuff does is so if that okay. We're actually going to, just because this code gets executed so often, we're just going to take the profile namespace, call out of there. Okay. So I like that. That's done-ish. So, oops. Great dialogue. It's just too tall now. And it's hide chat spam still. Re-edit this. Ooh, bug. 195 in menu options. So I've left that big block of script in there. Time to remove it. Menu options, yeah. What other options do people want? I'm sure there's some. I just don't know. Gotta reload this. I don't know. I need some feedback on what options people want on their menu, because I don't know. Do not know. What do they want? What do people want? What do people want that's like scripting related? I don't know. Hide system messages? Yeah, okay. Hides unnecessary extended system messages from chat, such as multiple lines for connecting player. I'll add modified data to that. Connecting player, modified data, ally, theme, checks, etc. Alright. You probably find like a more like people who've played a lot will probably end up just keeping the messages shown just for whatever reason. You never can tell. Anyways, toggle dynamics. Yeah. So yeah, just trying to think of what needs doing now. I think we're right to like test this on server too. I think we are right to test it. So I do have to test to make sure I have to check to make sure the functions are getting called properly. Admission event handler. Handle. Arma 3 event handlers. Mission events. Mission event. Chat. All space get client event handle chat message sorted. That's being called properly. My variables are in there now. Chat span variables there. Actually, a few more of these than I remember. That does probably only a single player. Yeah, single player. What other ones are there? Man mode changed. Did that come in 5.8? Not recently. Extension callback. Still have yet to use anything with that. There's one here I wanted to think about though. It's the view, whatever it is. Layer view change. No. The other one. The I don't know what you call it. Layer view change. It's old. Where's the I don't know. I think it's in maybe the normal event handlers up here. I'm gonna find it. Vision mode change. That's it. This is an interesting new one. So you can like detect when people are using thermals or not. Anyways, that's done. Actually, that function is actually like getting compiled. Client events EFGH. It's not. Handle handle chat. Handle chat message. Yeah, there's so many steps to doing this stuff. Like it's just a lot of work. Handle chat message. Handle chat message. Cool. So we will. This dialogue's still way too big though. Look at how big it is. So we have to. We can now shrink it a little bit. Back to where we had it before. 3,000 was it? I forget where it was. 3,000 something. New texture. It's down here somewhere. There we are. Where's our back button? Back button is at X40. So x38. I'm gonna move our frames back to like the frame back to where the other stuff is. So I don't know why this is like this. That's stupid. 37.2. Oh no, it's the Y value that we want to look at. I think the frame and the box were at 52 here. Oh no, sorry. I'm just dumb. I'm looking at 80. 60 before. 60. And I'll check where our back button was. If I can find it. Sort of like stupid. I can't find the back button. It's near somewhere. I'm gonna search for it. Back. There it is. So back button is at 38. It's not sure. Let's see, I guess so. Yeah, this is a lot of work. I mean, it is fun, but dialogues for me are not fun. That's just saying it straight out. It's just doing dialogues for me is just boring, quite boring. But it is what it is. All right, that's good enough for now. Leaves room for extra stuff. But it's got a little bit now. Hide system messages. Pretty group hexagon off. On. Yep, that looks good to me. I do want a button just like a fixed uniform button. I've seen that elsewhere, but I also want to not need it as well. Like I want to have nearby players pull other nearby players' positions sometimes, and then if the player is naked, then on a remote computer, then send their computer a message to like put some clothes on. That's what I'm thinking there, to do it automatically. That'll need multiplayer testing though. I can't just add something because I don't know if it'll work. Anyway, so we're going to actually do a live test of this now. So we'll try to see if we can delete this. No, of course not. Gotta reboot Arma. Yeah. So we'll quit out of here. Yeah, it's a fair bit of it's a fair bit of work. But it is rewarding when you see it used. I feel bad for like some designers. They design a lot of stuff, but it never gets used. So I'm pretty lucky that a lot of the stuff that I've done for a while actually gets used, which is nice. So we'll launch our Arma. And we'll see what we can do. This stuff, like, actually, did I get rid of that stuff? Yeah, I did. Cool. Stuff like, how do I say it? It's easy. if I can say that. Like menus are easier than control structures, simply. Like there's some menus that I want to do. Like I want to do a menu for like changing gear and like changing inventory crates, crate inventories. Those are simple. It just takes a bit of work to do those. Like you gotta figure out how first, and then do a simple little yeah, it's not simple. It's just like any other thing. It takes a bit of work. But yeah, those sort of things are on the to-do list as well. There's gonna be a hard update to merge though, because there's literally like thousands of changes that have been made. I have to check our server up to. What other stuff we got? Tasks disappear when profile. Yeah, I gotta check that one out. It's inconvenient to say the least. Dynamic simulation detection. That's a tough one as well. Not easy. This is not easy. This is not easy. I'm gonna take that off the list. If it ain't broke. I just wanna minimize unnecessary work. Alright. So so we're looking at our menu here. Option. It's still like down low. Still needs to be moved up. Yeah, I gotta move it up. The important thing. So yeah, we got our new little options here. I want to test the group hexagons. So we'll spawn a rifle squad and put them in my group. We got all those nice, pretty group hexagons there. And then I want to test our hexagons option. Group hexagons. And now our hexagons are off. We still have the name tags. Those are critical for multiplayer. Like you just can't not have name tags. But the hexagons are off. So this is pretty cool, I think. These guys are all gonna go. And if I was to put them on again, options, 3D group hexagons on, toggles them on. Options, toggle off. Go. It's a really nice thing to have now. I'm gonna see like current task player set task always visible through. Is that a command? Always visible. Code functions. Set task always. Task state. Always vis. Set simple task always visible. current task layer. True. Just not coming up though. Okay. Well, that is a nice change. So toggle on and off the hexagons. Hide the system messages. Extended chat messages are now shown. Whenever we can like force that. I can force that to appear somehow. So help, help, exec in chat. To the server writing that. How's my option action? So hidden true. What can I do? Query timeout. That's shown, and then options. Message hidden. And I execute that, and it doesn't come up. That's very cool. Yep, looks good. We could do. I'll get this line out of there. I'll need to see the diagnostics log. Yeah, okay. Well, this, yeah, okay, so I've tested this, it works. I've tested this, it works. Adding some new options, done. And show 3D hex option is done. So we've actually knocked down all of our little to-do list today. There are a couple more things to add to the to-do list, but they're quite tricky and not for today. So what we worked on today, one was getting that vehicle manifest thing working, to make sure that when you're in a vehicle, it shows the player on the left, and it also shows like what unit type they are, like medic or stuff like that. Get that working now. Vehicle smoke countermeasure. So one of the vehicles, only one, the Kuma tank, independent Kuma tank, has 360-degree smoke coverage. So their smoke shouldn't have a blind spot. It should just it should always defeat the projectile. Rather, it shouldn't get defeated. The projectile should not defeat it based on which orientation it's coming from. Medics, we worked on a bit more of their logic. So AI medics will correctly prioritize incapacitated over injured soldiers, and they'll also correctly prioritize based on distance. So they'll go for the nearest incapacitated before the furthest incapacitated, before the nearest injured, before the furthest injured. So that worked out well. We fixed up the role whitelisting and removed the old role whitelisting. So now it's presented easily what slots are whitelisted and which aren't. We've added some new options, just finished adding some new options to the options menu, two in particular. One's the hide group hex icon. It just hides the those blue hexagons. You just come in here. Options, I need to set like this height to spawn a bit, to spawn the UI a bit higher. Like further up here. Wonder if, yeah, useless. Okay. So I have to spawn it a bit higher. And then, but anyways, so yeah, the group hexagon's there, and then we put in this button, toggle 3 group hex, so that people who don't want to use them don't have to, and people that want them can have them. We've also added a toggle for extended system messages, like hides unnecessary extended system messages from chat, which is multiple lines for connecting player, modified data, battle Steam ticket checks, etc., etc. So yeah, that is how we have it. I think that's it for today, guys. This is a pretty heavy one, like not a very interesting live stream. Like there's a few interesting bits, like with the medic. But for the most part, it was crunching through, just getting stuff done. Like these are the things that are now on the changelog for the next patch, based on what we've done in the last few hours. So anyways, guys, yeah, I'll be doing another live stream, like just more live streams over the coming days and weeks. Yeah, I want to work on some fun stuff. Like today's stuff wasn't too fun. So we'll find some fun stuff to work on as well. Anyways, I will